Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NACL Open Qualifiers. We are in round 5 here. My name is Shinkari. I'm joined by DBZ, and we are here to bring you the last match for us today, at least, as we are in the round 3 of day number 2 here of the Swiss rounds. We've got Purdue Northwest up against Cloud Gaming, and now this is going to be we're pretty deep into the phase 1 bans already, and I'm sure we already have a lot to talk about. DBZ, are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hello. This is my first broadcast for today. So, hi, I'm on round 5 now. So I saw two of Con Gaming's games yesterday. The first one, they got absolutely waffle stomped by Lotus, but
Oh
that was
no.
just Lotus was just outplayed them all across the map. So that I will not fault them for that. The second game, they played much better and it was much closer. They ended up winning that one. But as we're seeing Ashe locked in first as the first pick. I'm not surprised because I've been seeing a lot of Ashe being picked in a lot of higher elos, and I was gonna say Varus is usually the pairing with it. So the fact that it ends up being Ashe and taking away the Varus from them to get that obnoxious combo that we've been seeing in a lot of usually EU solo queue and I think Korea solo queue as well, not much in North America. So I'm excited to see what they're going to pair with the Ashe, if it's going to be Senna or if it's going to be Jhin. We just saw Jhin Ashe earlier in the LCS at the time of this recording, but they're going to take their time, go ahead and lock in the Varus. Okay, so do you think it's that takeaway that I was talking about, like taking away the Ashe from that Varus, because it is a really strong duo?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Ashe Varus has been like a combination that we've seen a whole lot of, especially in the previous season as well, right? Enchanted Crystal Arrow and Chain of Corruption are such a short cooldown, and Ashe can get away with building like some support items like an Imperial Mandate that she doesn't need to like build 100% damage. I just think it's fine to pick up the Ashe here because in a lot of cases, like, she has like some decent sustained damage and provides a lot of utility to your team that if she's going to end up being the carry, she ends up doing a lot more work than you think she does. But the Corki lock-in is something we've been seeing a whole lot more of, especially recently with the with that new item that for some reason the only thing in my brain is Malignance, which I think that's what it's called. But it's just you shoot your ultimate, you leave a little patch of goop on the ground, and then suddenly, like, Corky's just leaving a million of these because he just fires his ultimate like there's no tomorrow.
Right, and then we see the LeBlanc answer into the Corki. I find that to be very interesting. I'm assuming this will be the AD LeBlanc build, much to my great disbelief, distaste over the build itself. But the fact that going ahead with someone that can match how fast Corki can attack, also really good split pushing threat, I will say, as well as we've seen when she gets her items. But from here, I think we probably will pick up their jungler, or I guess I was completely wrong. They're going to pick their top laner. So it's an Aatrox blind, actually. I find that to be very interesting, considering, there are still plenty of good jungle picks open, and they will just go ahead on the side of Cloud Gaming and pick the typical answer into it, which is Jax. Very, very interesting draft so far.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to me because sometimes, like, I feel like the matchup of Aatrox and a Jax is typically, I want to, and maybe I'm wrong here. You can call me out if so, but I feel like it's just Aatrox favored, just because like a lot of those sweet spots, even though you're you're mostly in melee range, Jax can't exactly counter strike away from them. But that might also be the thing.
No,
right?
you're right.
Like, you're never gonna hit me with the sweet spots. I'm always gonna be able to be in direct melee range with you. You can't really poke me down as much as you'd like. But yeah, I mean, it is an interesting matchup. Jax has been insanely strong here, especially when Rumble is banned, right? Rumble gone. I guess we're picking Jax. Still a very strong pick, and it's insanely easy to pilot too.
It looks like here for the second phase of bans, we're mainly focusing on supports, as Milio and Rakan have been taking the table so far. Maybe we continue to pinch that support pool, and we're just going to also counter that Senna, Hui, who is also a support, and Rel have also been banned, Rel being a flex pick for obvious reasons. And I was going to say, I was kind of hoping they would get rid of Xin Zhao, because every game I've seen that champion has absolutely popped off. Just about an hour ago, Blabber played it in the LCS and absolutely popped off on it. So that champion is just really strong throughout all elos. I blame item changes mostly, but the Titanic Hydra is so good on him.
Yeah, and then the J4 is rather targeted here. Or not so much. But J4 is still another strong band here. I got mixed up on my sides for a moment. But yeah, J4 another very solid pick, and I think I could be wrong here, but the Ruptured Sky is insanely good on Jarvan. Just the fact that you can have so much burst damage now and also heal back a little bit with that first auto attack, especially after a flag and drag combo. Like his passive in combination with it is really, really good. So the Lee Sin here going to fill a rather similar spot to the Xin Zhao, right? You have that very strong initiation, right? You've got that follow-up and some decent clear as well. So we'll see that as well as lock in here.
That's pretty exciting. So they're actually going to give the counter, quote unquote, counter pick to support. They're going to save their support for last on the side of Clown Gaming. That's not something we see terribly often, I gotta say. But I'm pretty stoked to see if they're cooking anything or waiting to see what Purdue is going to pick instead. But I'm not too much I'm expecting in terms of like any kind of fancy picks. So Nocturne, okay. Nocturne will be locked in by Purdue Northwest. I have a hunch of what they might do. It might be that experimental hexplate, which is a new item, which is really good onto him, and then kind of go Bruiser from there. Or it could be hexplate into Axiom Arc, which I've seen. Normally, when I see Axiom Arc, I just never want to be on the map. So hopefully that's kind of the same thought process that Cloud Gaming will see as well. And from here, they have to pick their support. So there's a lot of options open. Enchanters are really good. I mean, Thresh and Blitz and Alistar are still open. And I actually would have completely neglected Leona. Yeah. So that's actually a pretty solid engage tool.
Yeah, so we're getting a couple of comfort picks here for PNW. Doubtful is a person who's been playing Nocturne for the past few seasons and has a few games practice on it this season as well. But I'm especially ready for this because or not ready, but like excited because there's a lot of champions that like if you get dove on by Nocturne, where are you going? Right? Not to mention that experimental hexplate, like you said, you press that ultimate, you get a whole lot of movement speed and attack speed. You're not getting away from this Nocturne, right?
Absolutely.
And especially if Jax and Lee Sin decide to initiate, they basically have to play defensive this whole time because they're the best tools to peel this Nocturne off. If you rely too heavily on Renata Glask, that's going to get the ultimate is going to get spell shielded, and then he's still on top of you. So there's a lot of stuff here that Nocturne can cleanse, and some tools that Clown does have to peel him off, but there's a lot of tools and synergies from his own team as well that can make sure that this Nocturne stays on these squishy targets, the Corki and the Varus, that are going to be really important to CG's damage profile here.
I'm excited for this game. This is going to be really exciting coming into this one. I'm really looking forward to also seeing how both of these teams will execute the topside objectives, because we've seen a lot more top lane focus with the Void Grub since they've been added to the game. So seeing what will happen topside is going to be something that I'm going to focus on. But other than that, I'm not expecting too much in the bot lane. You know, Renata, Varus, and the Ashe, Leona. Not expecting too much action, but I'm really hoping the topside is explosive.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Jax versus an Aatrox, and you have a Lee Sin and a Nocturne to back it up. This top half of the map is going to be a bloodbath early, so I'm excited to see you hit the nail on the head here. Like, this is looking really, really cool for a very strong, like, early game even for between these two.
I'll beat it out of you.
So, I'm excited. Shall we? Yeah. I think we should go ahead and go into this. Let's do it, man. I'm so stoked.
Yeah. I mean, look, all the games today have been super exciting. I just got done watching like an hour-long game, which was absolutely, like, I just watched it. It's just like, haha, they lost the team fight. 5 more minutes. Like, it was, oh man, I don't think anyone won when you get out of a game like that. No one wins.
I definitely agree.
But yeah, I mean, it's, once again, like, this is going to be rather impressive. I haven't seen a Leona yet this weekend, so I'm excited to see the Leona as well. This is a comfort pick for Washed Boomer, who I believe
Washed Boomer.
Yeah,
like
Washed Boomer. Yeah, incredible name. I believe that's ZKG. But this is gonna be. I'm excited for this for sure.
Me too. Well, and I guess instead of us rambling, I guess we can go ahead and take it to the rift. So I guess we could be right back, take a short break, get some water, hydrate or digest friends, and we'll be right back when we get on the rift.
Hello, welcome back. We are on the rift of the NACL Open Qualifier. Once again, I'm Shinkari, joined by DBZ, and we are on the rift of Clown Gaming versus PNW. We have something we didn't quite touch on a little bit in
yeah.
And I feel kind of silly missing this point. Yao Shiesti or Yao Yao is cracked on Jax. Let me tell you, this guy last season had over 300 games on Jax alone and has been consistent for the past couple of years with this champion at that number of games per ranked season. So
also literally carried his team during his second game yesterday. I mean, him and Titan popped off. It was disgusting. Every time they would kill Paragon, Yao Yao and Titan were killing 3 people after the fact. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a time. We gotta I feel silly almost forgetting that notion, because like this is a character that either the PNW is prepped for and they're just like, okay, we got it. If he locks in Jax, we know how to play against it, right? Or Yao Yao is just going to run rampant on this top half of the map.
Yeah, so definitely have to wait and see what happens. So Yao Yao versus Prank is definitely going to be a fun little matchup to watch. I guess I was excited for Topside for another reason. I didn't even know it, so there's that. But junglers will both be starting leashless, as it seems. So Lee Sin on the Raptors, almost said Grubs for some reason, and then Nocturne on his blue buff. Bot laners, looks like Ash started W. I find that to be really interesting. Normally, I guess for the annoyance, but okay, we're walking a little forward here. Never mind, nothing's going to happen out of that.
Yeah, we just had some trades back and forth. Yeah, that's fine.
So that actually kind of changes what I was thinking would happen a little bit with the jungler starting topside first. So they're both going to be pathing down bot lane, and I think they're looking to going to be accelerating this lead in the bot lane. Level 2 should be hitting here shortly. If Ash and Leon hit it first, I do fully expect they'll go in.
Yep, there's the Zenith Blade already. Good handshake to get Ash away, and they're going to be able to get some space, but they have popped the flash as well. They might be able to turn this around. Washboomer has taken a whole lot of damage here, but I don't think Varus is going to be able to follow up. Yep, a little bit of chip damage on the way out. Flash was spent on Renata Galask in exchange for Leona's Ignite. No kills just yet. It's a bit of a wash down there, but we do have no more pots on either side for these supports either. So damage is going to be pretty permanent if they're able to sneak in some chip damage.
Indeed, and I just want to highlight real quick after that LeBlanc bought Electrocute. So this is going to be the AP LeBlanc build that we're expecting to see. I find that to be very interesting, but I mean, you have an Ashe and a Nocturne and an Aatrox. I don't know why I forgot his name. You have so much AT going on. It makes sense to be the only AP threat. So I'm actually looking forward to this, because there are 3 people that LeBlanc can burst through. We've level 3 ticking over, and fucking. Yeah,
Paragon is really playing with fire here. Pops the cleanse on the stun here. Winking trying to turn this around. Paragon is rather low. He does have that bailout available. Oh, Flash Q! Gonna be able to pick up the first blood, but can they get Washboomer? No, they're not gonna be able to do it just yet. Diamonds has joined the party. Klexo trying to get away. Conqueror is pop, but that's a big bunch of burst damage already. Trying to turn this back around. Handshake is gonna bring Doubtful away. Doesn't look like they're gonna be able to follow up on anything else other than that, but Diamonds, I want to look to fight over the scuttle. Corki is coming down.
His directed cam kind of takes us away. I don't think you fight this. Unless at least the diamond skills okay. Alright. It was risky, and I'm actually surprised that they were kind of posturing to make it look like they were gonna go for that, but they know their limits. They decide not to at this point. Maybe something like that later they would go through with. And Yao Yao being pushed in at the moment does have a big wave, so shouldn't lose too much off that. I say is he misses 3 minions. Unlucky.
Yeah.
But this matchup is going to be very interesting. I'm actually now going to chalk this specific one to these 2 players up to a skill matchup, considering how good Yao Yao is on the Jax. And as we transition mid lane real briefly, not too much going on. Looks like Corki did burn TP earlier, so LeBlanc has not reset as of yet. So Klexo should be pushing this in and getting that soon. The other scuttle also will fall on the top side, but a little quiet outside of that first blood on the rest of the map, if I do say so.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, like, you really want to be looking to get Prio on this top half of the map here, because there's going to be grubs spawning, and look who has already roamed up here. We've got Leona, who has roamed all the way up here. Renata Galask is staying down at this bottom half of the map, which means there's a number advantage for the blue squad here, for PNW, and they could very easily grab these first 3 grubs. They've already got 1, and it doesn't look like Clown is really able to respond here. There's the second.
Really be able to. with no vision in the area, and you
Yeah.
don't know where Leona is, you can't just blindly walk into it. So now they will be notified that all 3 were taken, because the game doesn't tell you when one gets taken now. It only tells you when all 3 are. So that's a very interesting change, and I think very interesting and unique. A really good trade from the Blanc in the mid lane. Will proc the electrocute, get some extra damage. But from here, so now that you know the Void Grubs are down, it looks like Elysian is immediately pathing his way towards the bot side, and I think he will be going for this Drake. I mean, it's the smart move. Your bot lane also has Prow right now at the moment. So, yep, there. It looks like they're heading over there right now. Actually, in mid lane, we got a little cheekiness happening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Titan lives.
Klexo trying to flex their muscles because they just there's no way that Corki can match that damage there. But you're right. Like this is they got the inside track. They have they have a lot of easy prio here from bot lane. Leona can come up, but this is not exactly going to really do much here. Nostalgia Lee might be in some trouble. Okay, they're pulling Washed Boomer in here. They're real low. There's going to be the Zenith Blade trying to get out here. They might be able to get through. Here comes Doubtful in from the side. Paragon is tethered up. He's going to get feared. Winking is going to slow them down. There's the bailout right there, but can they get through? Absolutely not. 2 kills for the PNW. Make that 3. That's going to be 3 kills going over to PNW. 2 of them going over to Ash, and this is quickly swinging into their favor down here as Yao Yao up in the top lane here, looking for a little back and forth. Prank taking a whole lot of damage as he continues to wail on this Aatrox. Is he going to go underneath the turret? Pops the ultimate. Not going to be able to go a little bit further there. Too scared of that turret. He's just going to back away. This does give the opportunity for Aatrox to finally go back and buy some items.
Nice. I gotta say, that was actually a critical misplay in the river. At least in my opinion, I think that was a critical misplay in the river after taking the Drake. I think they should have just left, reset, kind of just accepted that they didn't know where Nocturne was, especially, and just backed off. Unfortunately, they give over 3 kills in the process. 1 went to Nocturne, I think, and 2, as you highlighted, went to Ash, who's gonna be pretty obnoxious to deal with, especially when she is able to constantly stack those slows at a quicker pace with the empowered Q, and then later when she has more attack speed. I'm assuming that's probably Bork. Kraken Slayer into Bork is probably what she's going to end up building. That's my assumption. Just have to wait and see till we get more components coming in. But now it's a 500 gold lead in favor of PNW. Most of it is definitely in that bot side of the map right now. Everywhere else seems pretty even from what I'm seeing right now at the moment. So no huge advantages except in the bot lane. And we're here in the mid lane kind of just looking and seeing, and Klexo doing LeBlanc things as usual. Nocturne is bot side, so I wonder Directed Cable take us down there.
Yeah.
Oh, the arrow missed. That's what it was doing.
Yeah, arrow missed and not going to be able to do it. But Klexo, once again, just trying to really get all that chip damage as they can into Corki here, because they want to be able to pressure this Corki as much as possible, deny him that farm, because he's stacking up that tier right now, and that's going to turn into a mid-game powerhouse of a champion if they're not careful with just being lax with their pressure in the mid lane. So hats off to Klexo there for doing a real good job of trying to force Frozen Titan out of this lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and Nocturne is level 6. That's something that we always, as casters, will highlight every single time, is how is Nocturne going to use his first ultimate? That's something that we constantly have to talk about, and it's something that we are always excited to see. But in this case, I think Yao Yao was caught out as he's forced to flash.
Yeah, the lights are off. They're diving Yao Yao here. He's rooted up. They have dodged away perfectly from the counter-strike, and Prank picks up the kill onto Yao Yao. That gives them a bit of control over this top half of the map here. Lee Sin not looking to give up these grubs easily, but now he's stuck.
Uh-oh, Leona's here.
Okay.
Whoa, it's... I clearly was not paying attention, because at some point Leona roved up. But even if Diamonds can get at least 1 Void Grip, that's good. But I do not think, without having his mid laner here, I think this will be all 6. Oh, wait a minute. This is ballsy.
Yeah, this is a little... Ooh, Wash Boomer follows him with the Zenith Blade, and then Blast Cone's black over the wall, but he's going to use the Q to follow. They're looking to get this last Void Grub, but that's all 6 going to the blue team. That is gigantic. Doubtful is now in a lot of trouble here as he's rooted up, but they've made out like bandits. I think you take that trade every day of the week. All 6 grubs at this stage, look, they're already starting to do work.
Yeah, I mean, just... It's like we highlighted. Hold that thought, actually. Yao Yao getting a little cheeky there. There, never mind. So nothing could just come out of that. So at the end of the day, sure, a couple of kills do end up going over, but look at this. I was gonna literally just hoping Direct to Game would take us here, but just look what Ash did. I think she got 2 plates, if not at least 3, just purely off of the true damage from the towers and the little void mites are those. I think that's what they're called. Little void mites that she gets that do extra tower damage. So a lot of gold just got funneled into Ash. Did she finish Kraken Slayer? She did, as a matter of fact. I was kind of thinking when she actually finished her first item, she's also gonna have her tier 2 boots by the time she backs again. And PNW, you're not complaining about that fight earlier. You're like, all right, cool. We get the void mites. Sure, we go down. Ash has 3 tower plates, but now Corki has his first package. Drake is up in 14 seconds. I maybe suspect that they're going to try to burn the package first before fighting. Nocturne ult is... So this is going to be very, very tense, I think, for the next couple of moments. I'm fully expecting a fight, though. I'm fully expecting one, as the Drake will be started.
I mean, the only downside is that Leona does not have her ultimate here, but I think Doubtful is looking to use that blast cone to get over the wall here, but...
Oh, never mind.
Looks like they're just going to seed it over. It's just going to be Infernal and Cloud for them, and the package has been delivered. All right.
Oh, wow. All right. We're back in here.
That's going to be... The lights are off. They're diving on top of Corki right here. There's the fleeing. Nearsighted still can't get away, but now Doubtful maybe dove a little too deep here, and a Frozen Titan is going to be the one picking up the kill there. Is Mike just running right for the turret at the end of that.
Oh, man. Oh, wait. We have... the cleanse.
Chain Corruption. Immediate cleanse there by Winking. All right.
That was like, he was hovering his cleanse even before like that went off too, because that was extremely quick reaction time, but lots of damage does get traded onto him. But that's the downside of Nocturne Ultimate. Once you hit the go button, you don't stop. So yeah.
Diamonds?
So unfortunately,
I don't think that was the juke you thought it was. Diamonds is gonna be the one picking up the kill there. Real close to being real fancy feet, but I think Lee Sid saw through that one.
Definitely, and the mid jungle now 2 kills apiece, each with bounties on their heads. Corki going for that Triforce, which I have seen that first. I have also seen finishing the Muramana first. There's a lot of things that I've seen that Corki players will build first. It's just he's such a weird champion. I think today at LEC I saw Eclipse also into Mana. Okay, so we're gonna do the Triforce actually. All right. I vibe with that.
Yeah, look, you look at an item in League of Legends and you say, "Is this good on Corki?" And you say yes, and you move on. It's usually how it is. Corki with this mixed build means that like a lot of items are just good on him.
Yeah.
It's like he's the Bard of mid lane. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's actually a really funny. Oh, the Zenith Blade missed there. Hold on a second.
Really close. This might be the arrow. There's going to be the Berserk coming across here. Wash Boomer is in a whole lot of trouble. That's going to be the Solar Flare coming down. It's only on Lee Sin. Diamonds is looking real low. Doubtful coming in from the side does not have that available. There's the bailout trying to get something here, but not going to be able to find it. There's a big shutdown for Ash. Do they want to go for more?
Oh, there's
the ulti. There's one. Can they get 2? They're kiting them real well. That's as much as they can do. There's 1 kill for Yao Yao. Oh no! This might be the opening he's been looking for. There's 2. Can he get the 3rd? He doesn't have flash. He jumps over. He's sacrificing the turret in the top lane, but that's 2 kills for the Jax down in the bottom lane.
Oh my lordy. All right, Yao Yao coming up huge there with those 2 kills. Unfortunately, his bot lane does die again. I mean, at that point, with Nocturne kind of having his ultimate, you just have to assume they're always going to dive you, so I will not fault them for that at all. Ash picking up 2 more kills is crucial for the side of PNW. That's more gold in her pocket. I'm not entirely sure what she's building. The Phage kind of throws me off because I have not updated on the most recent Ash build because they're all over the place, so that's always fun. But Rift Herald is on the map. It looks like they are going to prioritize that on the side of Clown Gaming, so there are no crucial ultimates up, so I think this should, be free. I kind of hope it's free and I'm not wrong, but it looks like they will be spotted on it.
Oh, don't caster curse them. Come on.
I mean, at this point, they're not a caster curse. Are you really a caster? So Rift Herald will reset, and I think they will start it up again. They should see them on it. I think they're waiting for cooldowns before they fight this again. Ash ult is almost up. Nocturne ult won't be, but I'm pretty sure that this melts before they can go in.
Yeah, Leona also had Solar Flare available, but wasn't exactly in the right spot in order to capitalize off of it. So they're just going to be picking up this this Rift Herald, which is real good. You want to kind of deny that from the team that has been got the most mites. So that is going to be, or grubs rather, so that you can, not, get a million mites that come out of Shelly when she collides with a tower.
I thought I had a completely original idea when I saw the Void Grubs, and I wanted to call them Ed, Ed, and Eddie. But then Captain Flower said it on the LCS yesterday, and I'm like,
no!
I'm still gonna say it when the time comes. But I'm sad. I thought of it first, but nope.
I smell a lawsuit.
That's why.
I smell. I'm taking you to court. Not
but
actually.
That's why he's just better. But really,
this is a joke. This is a joke, by the way.
Yeah, what he said, this is completely a joke. So first tower will fall. Actually, 2 towers will fall at the same time. The gold lead now over 1.5K, and we're just at the 15-minute mark. We have a mountain rift at the moment, with it coming up in 22 seconds. I would say, even though that Cloud Gaming is down, it's not as bad as it seems. They're actually pretty even in terms of oh my goodness, in terms of damage, I think is what I'm looking for. Because once LeBlanc blows all her cooldown, she has to wait for them to come back up. Corki doesn't have to, actually. It looks like posturing here first that PNW have the advantage over the Drake Pit. This should be free. Unless they... Okay, so they're going to summon the Herald, drop that mid, burn that tower down, and kind of get an opening here. I would hope, unless we're going to pull the trigger the second that it gets taken. Nope, so I think we're just going to keep it calm.
Yeah, this is the standard trade right here. You pop the... Ooh, wait a minute. Package has been delivered, forcing 2 flashes. Yao is looking for more. To hop over the wall here. The chains are out. He's going to be pulled back in. There's the Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming across. But the Berserk is huge.
Oh my goodness.
Going to peel them right off. Make sure Yao is able to live to tell another tale. And that's going to be 1 for 0 after a very, very close fight there. Is now Wash Boomer. Maybe a little too close. Klexo. Over the wall, doesn't see it, does see the Jax though, finds the sneaky kill. Mission accomplished for Leona. Can she get out? Not gonna happen this time. Klexo thought they were gonna make out like a bandit, but here comes the fun. There, the lights are off. They're on top of Varus right now, trying to kite him out, but they're gonna be able to find this kill. It's bloodbath all over this mid lane here. Winking cleanses off the exhaust. Are they gonna re-dive? There goes Lee Sin. Can they get the damage? Absolutely. The TP is coming in. Aatrox is now in. Now they're looking for Paragon. Flashes out of the chain, comes out, the 3rd Q is gone, no more cooldowns, Diamonds picks it up, and that's so many kills, I lost track, but the bloodbath is over, and red team is on top.
If I had to guess, that fight lasted a good about minute and a half. It just kept going because Aatrox died the first time, respawned, TP back in, and then died again. That was insane. That just... chaos on the map. The gold lead does now in favor of Cloud Gaming, which is good. They unfortunately sacked the Drake, but that whole thing started with the Corki package and they were in that little choke by the Raptors in the river. So honestly, I think that's a good call. So whoever made that shot call, I say props to you for that one. That's absolutely insane to make that call. So well done on you. Well done on Cloud Gaming for how coordinated that fight seemed. I will say seemed because it was chaotic, but it's just they focused the right targets and just absolutely took control of this game. And well done, guys. And now that puts PNW on the back foot, sort of. I say they still have a split push advantage considering the Void Grubs. So Aatrox can kind of keep Yao where he is. Just do not let Yao just have free agency along the map. They should be able to keep this game close. I mean, it's really close, all things considered, but should be an interesting next few minutes as LeBlanc goes in for a trade. Okay, and
this is not where you want to be. Klexo's in some trouble. There's the dragon kick. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to be good enough. As Frozen Titan is going to be able to pick that up. A whole lot of pings from the red squad coming down to this bottom half of the map here. I want to be careful of that blue squad, who are mostly PNW, mostly not being spotted unless outside of that mid lane there. It's Yao Yao on top of
Yeah,
Frank
yeah,
here.
yeah.
There is going to be the ultimate.
Okay, there's the
lights
Nocturne
are
ult.
off. There's a great Renata Glass
didn't cleanse the
ulti,
ult.
but Varus is still in some trouble.
Varus.
Leona on
Oh.
top of him, but it's mutually assured destruction as Varus takes Nocturne down with him. Diamonds looking for more here. Wash Boomer underneath the turret. Here comes Corki in from the side. Zenith Blade, Solar Flare on top of the poor man in the airplane. It's Wash Boomer. Nowhere to go. Low HP. Corki trying to get around those minions. Oh my god, he's so low HP. Frank kind of coming from the side, but Diamond's trying to cut them off here from the escape. They're still looking for more. The Q doesn't land, but here comes the rest of the squad. There's the jump. There's the counter strike. There's the stun. There's the damage. A Frozen Titan picks up another. I don't know if they go for Baron here. They might be a little weak, but here we go. We're looking for that top lane turret.
If Corki had 2 items, I think they go for it. So actually good call on that one to not go for it. So, well, another LeBlanc getting aggressive here, but I think she just flat out loses.
Yeah, Klexo taking real low here. The bailout has finally
bailout
happened, but it was too late and well timed at the same time.
Oh, that's so sad. The bailout was just a second too short of resetting his health bar. Oh, that's so unlucky. But you know what? That's okay. I mean, more or less. I mean, the shutdown does end up going over, which you're not too happy about that. And from here, you know, I think it's time to reset. Spend your gold that you need to. Mid tower will fall as it was pretty much 1 HP. But with mid tower going down, that does open up the map more for PW in this instance. But they're prepping for this Drake. Checking for vision is there is none on this side of the map, minus the Briar's ward, but that's a-okay. I'm kind of excited where this next fight would go. Every ultimate should be up for this fight.
Yeah,
in fact, it will. Even the Renata ult as well. But Corki is pinging to delay for the passive. I don't think they can wait the 20 seconds for his passive, though. It's like this fight might start before then. He does have TP, though.
Yeah, he does have TP. That might be the big one. But
here we
here's
go.
The,
oh my god, that was clean.
Paragon is just gone. But Yao Yao's still in the fight here. Here comes the hostile takeover. Gonna peel away Wash Boomer. Separate out the blue squad right here. But here comes Frank in from the side. Wash Boomer taking incredibly low. The counter-strike comes in. There's the stun. It's good. The package has been delivered. It's cut them off. Winking is taken incredibly low. A Frozen Titan is going to be able to find that one. Doubtful now in some trouble as they dive right in. Going to be able to get that damage really incredibly low. Now they've been bailed out, but can they save him? Not this time. Frank is going to live, so it's not going to get revived. But the team is gone. PNW is going to RIP as Klexo, the only member left. Diamond's looking for it. Dashes immediately after the Q, but Lee Sin still hunting for it. Ward hop, Q, onto the minion. Flash, E, not getting it. Klexo is out of there. It's 4 for 1 at the end of the day. Red team picks up their 3rd Drake.
Wow. Okay. So that I kind of wish we had a replay because that was a lot that happened all at once there. First, it starts off with Paragon getting absolutely picked off. The exceptional positioning of Wash Boomer just led to Paragon just getting absolutely 100-0. That's pretty much all I'll say on that. But the follow-up fight after that, Cloud Gaming decide to follow up with the rest of the team and go in with Corki TP and package being up. So when Corki packaged in after the TP, it split off Nocturne from the Ashe, and they went ahead and focused the Ashe, and she ends up going down. Then more shenanigans happen, and flashes are blown everywhere, and we'll just kind of bring it back to where we are currently right now at this moment with Cloud Gaming being on Soul Point, PNW being on the back foot, and I gotta say, man, this game is delivering. I have to say, it's just both these teams playing their hearts out, playing to their strengths. It's absolutely impressive, and we have a death brush being set up here.
Yeah,
a death brush.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be as successful as they like. I think they have eyes on at least all of the members of the red squad here, and they don't see them moving up towards this top half of the map. So I think they're just going to be backing away for now. I think Baron is once again on the menu here. We're a little bit deeper. Yes. People have more items, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on vision around that half of the map here because that is a huge a huge objective here, especially for the team that picked up 6 grubs. So
yeah, see. And another thing that I'm thinking is maybe if Cloud Gaming can like get a pretty nice positioning, they can probably delay long enough for Drake to come up, so that way they can threaten either we get Mountains or we get Baron, because sometimes that's what teams will do. we'll see teams kind of like decide on or force their opponents to walk into them and like make a decision. Do you want to flip Baron or do you want to flip for the Drake, or like which one manage the objective? And with this being a Mountain Soul, Yao Yao already has a lot of health and steel cap, so you're not doing damage to him once he gets Mountain Soul. And Klexo gonna be looking for Corki here. Will spot up the recall.
I feel like this has happened more than once, and now the lights are off. He's diving on top of Corki here. That's gonna be the fear. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is there as well. They still can't really dive on top of Corki, but here comes the rest of the squad. Daimos dives onto Nocturne, is able to find one. They find two. Klexo goes down. Frozen Titan now trying to kite out this Ashe as much as they can, but they can't. The hostile takeover is too late. Winking is still there. The handshake comes down. Immediate cleanse. Paragon looking for it, but they're playing on the other side of this alcove here. They can't quite get in, but they're going to be able to do it while the rest of the team just sweeps and cleans up. Good job killing the Corki guys. We're going to go get Baron.
That should be a pretty free Baron. Aatrox will probably not TP into this, and I am absolutely like flabbergasted that not only does Diamonds live, well, Corki did end up dying, and that was just unlucky. Whoa. This is absolutely delivering. This will increase the gold lead to Con Gaming to about over 7,000 now. It's 25 minutes. They have Soul in a minute 49, so I think at this point we focus on tier 2s. Send Jackson to a side lane. We won't see him until the next Drake. Actually, he'll probably split bot because he doesn't have TP, but just send everyone else mid and go from there. That should be the game plan from here. At least that's the call I would make personally, is send Jax bot lane, 4-1 it in mid lane as well. But Con Gaming playing exceptionally well. It's just seeing this team from yesterday versus today, it seems like a lot of the calls are a lot more decisive, and I am loving it. I just, the adaptations that they have made. We did, me and Llama yesterday were talking that, you know, a lot of the contention points seemed like there was a lot of uncertainty with their bot lane, and maybe it was just nerves yesterday, but today they're playing a lot more precise and decisive. I mean, Paragon, even with his 4 deaths, is still putting in a lot of damage. 20 assists coming in from Nostalgia Lead to Nocturnal.
Yeah, here it goes. The lights are off. Corki's the target. He's feared. He's trying to get out of here. Wash Boomer and Klexo are on their way. You might still have Valkyrie available off in a second. Yep, there it is. Yao Yao is here. The rest of the squad is trying to get their way up to this half, but here comes Enchanted Crystal Arrow. It lands onto Varus. Don't think that's what they were looking for here, but Yao Yao's still looking to fight. The chase is still happening, at least on his end. The rest of the team staying mid.
Yeah, and with the Drake Cup in 27 seconds, Nocturne will not have ult for this. I will just definitely like to point that out. Ooh, hold on. Diamonds shouldn't be caught out here. Uh-oh, Yao Yao is in trouble.
Yeah, Yao Yao's in a whole lot of trouble here. Solar Flare is going to stun. The Counter-Strike is not going to be able to get away from this. He's trying to turn this. Pops the ultimate here, looking for maybe some sort of turnaround, but he can't quite focus one target at a time. Counter-Strike's there. He's keeping 3 members top. Oh my god, he healed back.
Wait, what are
oh
they
my
doing?
god! The Ruptured Sky is so broken.
Wait. They stopped autoing him when he had 1 HP. Like, he should have been dead like 2 seconds prior to that. I mean, Mountain Soul does get traded in the process. That was a pretty big shutdown there with LeBlanc too. So that should be the Void Staff coming in next. Ashe ult is up in a few seconds. They got quite a... I don't know if I should say they really got too much with this Baron. So really just an influx of gold. They did secure the Soul.
Oh my god, the package does so much damage! Holy moly, Nocturne was there one moment. Man, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I was not expecting that damage. Oh, well, there's the Eclipse. Never mind. I guess I should have expected it. Good lord. Oh, Ashe Arrow.
Yeah, Enchanted Crystal Arrow. There's another stun onto Lee Sin, but he's long gone now.
Oh, she's dead.
Chains of Corruption comes across, and Leona is down. It's 4v3 on this bottom tier turret, and there's the TP coming in from Yao Yao as well. They're looking for the rest. Winking. Look at that damage from the Corki. A Frozen Titan comes in. Counter-Strike gets popped off here, but they're not going to be able to find a stun this time. They're fighting over the last turret. Frank goes in. There's the takeover, and they can't stop this freight train. The lights are off. Their turn is looking for the dive. Goes on to Corki once again. Going to be able to get away from the chains here. Double kill for the Varus.
No
TP
way.
onto the minions. Yao Yao's wailing on it. The Nexus goes down. Clown Gaming comes out huge.
Oh my god, those last like 3 or 4 minutes were absolutely insane. I just cannot believe that happened. Just they picked off Yao Yao in the top lane, and I'm like, all right, well, that'll stall them. But nope, they get the Mountain Soul, they shove it down bot lane, they open up the base, they kill 3 people, and they're like, all right, we can end. And then they just go ahead and run it and end. That was insane. That was so cool.
It was a real snowball effect, right? Like, they had to devote 3 members to killing Jax in the top lane, which gives them the availability to go and do Dragon. And now, since they're at Dragon, they have a lot of people in this bottom half of the map, and Corki gets the package as well. Like, I think the big thing was that tipping point of, like, the snowball of them going to end the game was Corki getting that stray kill onto Nocturne with the package, right? 4v4 now, your main initiator is gone. And they try to stop the push onto the inhibitor turret. They throw everything at it. Solar Flare, Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The CC was good, but you know what Renata Glaska's got? Renata Glask has that Mikhail's. That is going to stop any CC that you throw at it. She's then able to pop the locket to stop any damage. And then they're going to be able to turn that fight around on its head really quickly because Corki is fed out of his mind. He's just so much damage. And what are you going to do in response? Oh, well, we got Corki. Oops, there's Jax. Oops, there's Varus.
Yeah. God, I'm just still reeling from that game. It was exciting from start to finish, I have to say.
Yeah.
P&W, started getting small advantages from a couple of missed plays, but then I think when Cloud Gaming saw those mistakes, they were like, all right, let's not make those again. Let's calm it down, pull it back. Let's pick our targets more accurately. And I think they even knew, because they started clumping up whenever Nocturne would ult. It's like, we know Nocturne's going to ult one of us, so if we clump up, we can just blow him up. So that's what made those fights just a lot more decisive in favor of Cloud Gaming. Just every time Nocturne would go in, someone was dying on the other side.
Yeah, for sure. But that does it from us here at Cloud Gaming versus PNW. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to press that subscribe button, and we'll see you at the next match. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.